What is going on today, YouTube? I am going to split this video into two parts. So, here is part one. What is going on today, YouTube? Hope you guys all had a great weekend, and today I'm going to talk to you about micro and nano cap stocks. If you're new to my channel, I come out with daily stock market videos, teaching you guys stuff I wish I knew when I first started, trying to get your learning curve up a little bit. And if you like this kind of content, subscribe to my channel, leave a like below, comment, share it to someone else that could use it. Hit that notification bell so you know when I'm uploading. I do it at about 6 p.m. Eastern every day. So let's get started. Alright, so microcap stocks. Microcap stocks are stocks that have a market capitalization of less than 300 million. And nanocap stocks, they are stocks with a market capitalization of less than 50 million. To get your market cap, all you have to do, find the company's shares outstanding and multiply it by its current price. I have ITIS up here as an example I'm going to use today. It is a nanocap stock. How I know this? We're going to jump into its SEC filings real quick. I'll show you. So this is its 10K report, and if you go down to, we'll search Command F shares outstanding. So boom, right here. Shares outstanding, 12,197,340. Now you go over to stock price, current stock price, 336. You multiply those two numbers, you get just under 41 million. So it is a nano cap stock. Now all these micro nano cap stocks, they all have little assets and little operations. And it's very hard to find news on these companies to figure out if they're a good company or not. The majority of these companies, they either don't have a product yet or they have a product in development. So that is why they are the cheapest stocks in the stock market, because they are all, you're investing on hope. Hope that this company will sometime actually have a product, actually pull through with their development, whatever they're trying to do. Now, the other thing about these, they do not trade on the NASDAQ or the S&P. They try to make you think they do, but they don't. They actually trade on something called an OTC. And OTC is over the counter. So there's two exchanges that they can be on, OTC BB or OTC Link. These exchanges are for micro and nano cap stocks. They won't trade on the NASDAQ, because stocks that trade on the NASDAQ, they are required to have a minimum amount of assets, and they are required to have a minimum amount of shareholders. And then rather the OTC, like I said, they're not required to have minimum amount of shareholders. They have no requirements. They're on there based on nothing, based off no assets, no number of shareholders, what so forth. Another thing about these, they usually trade in low volume. Now, when I say this, it's most of the time. Like, as soon as news comes out, that is when volume spikes drastically on these stocks. And when these stocks start spiking, like they see this spike here, see this spike here, that is because news or something came out about the company that got people excited, that got them thinking, okay, let me invest now, and I'm just going to hope it's actually going to work. They came out with the news of like mergers. It'll be like mergers with bigger companies, or they'll say, oh, our product is reaching further in its development, and so forth. That gets people excited, and they kind of get people in. A lot of these stocks will never do anything, and they'll end up going to zero, but you just don't know. It's hard to know this if there's little information about them. How are you supposed to judge if this stock's going to go to the moon or not if there's such little information about them? So if you're thinking right now, maybe I should just short. I'll just short every penny stock out there. I don't think that's a smart thing to do, because some of these, there's no news about them. They are not required to report anything. They can report in SEC filings, and you can look in it and see different red flags, but it seems really, really risky for anyone to short these things. But I mean, when they go up this much this quick, that's pretty much 500%, 528%. So when a stock goes up 528% in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 days, yeah, that's a little crazy. It has to have a pullback. So if you could get in, I mean, it's hard to catch, but a lot of penny stock traders out there, after this big run up, you have to be careful though, because you would have got faked out here. They'll watch for their first red day, and then they say that's the good time to short. After it's already showing a downtrend, that's your good time to short. As I said, if these usually, so like penny stock technical traders, they'll look for this. So they saw first red day here. The next day was green day, but it was a small green day, so they probably weren't too scared yet. I almost bet that this huge green day was a result of a short squeeze. And a short squeeze is when too many people are shorting it, and when you are shorting a stock, you borrow the shares and you have to buy them back when you short a stock. That's how it works. So that many people had to get out of their shorts because they were wrong, and that's why it had this 60% increase in one day. It was most likely the result of a short squeeze. So, I mean, your better short would have been up here. You could have shorted this thing here and held for 3 days if you wanted to and locked in 48%. But they're just risky to short, guys. Be cautious when you're shorting because you don't know how high these things will go. They could come out with any random news or any random thing to keep their stock going. That's usually what they do to be smart. As soon as they get this spike, people start to short it. They come out with more news, sending it even higher. I did not look back on this stock and actually see what news came out. I don't know if I can find it quickly. It's 9/18. Like, the news on here doesn't go back to 9/18, but you could probably look that up. Even on 9/25, it says up 23% on heavy volume with no apparent news. So no news coming out and that thing's still spiking. But you don't know. And when you're shorting a stock, your loss could be exponential. So if you're wrong, you could lose an unlimited amount of money. The more it goes, like when you're investing in something, say when you're buying it, and you're wrong, or say you're buying it and you're wrong, it goes down. This thing can only go to zero. So say you invest like $1,000, the most you can lose is $1,000 if this stock goes to zero. If you're shorting this stock, put in 1,000, you have to buy back your shares. So if this thing would go to like $50,000, $100,000 a share, your loss is that's why it's exponential. It can go up. Realistically, there is no price a stock has to stop at. It can go up forever. So just be very cautious trying to short these. I mean, there's a lot of successful traders out there that all they do is short, and they short penny stocks. But holding on, it's scary to me because you don't know how much you can lose. And if you have one bad trade and you get stuck in it and it just keeps on going up, you don't know how long it'll take for it to go back down or go out of business. You have no idea. There's no saying. So just be cautious. If you like this video, leave a like below, comment, subscribe to my channel for future videos that come out like this. And tomorrow I'll bring you part 2. So I'll see you guys tomorrow.